What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Something. Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over mixed drums by Arturia. What is mixed drums, you may ask? It is basically a plugin that handles the parallel processing of your drums. You can also use it on like an 808 or something like that too. But with no further delay, let's go ahead and check this thing out. So as we hop in FL Studio, this is what mixed drums is going to look like. So as you see here, I have this on my drum bus right here. With this, you're going to get control over different things. Like you've got your amp right here. You've got a shaper where you can add more body, and you can change the attack and everything on this shaper. Then you have control down here where you can add more body too as well. You have the level and then the amount of dry wet that you can add. Over here, you have your tape emulation right here, and then you have different kinds of distortion right here. We'll go through all these a little bit more here in depth in a moment. You can also shape that, and then you can add body to that. You've got different effects over here from reverb, delay, tape delay, all that good stuff. And then you've got an EQ here as well. You can also control the distortion, so you can control the pre-high pass, and you can set that frequency wherever you want to. You can move this around on the low band and on the high band, which makes that pretty solid, and we'll cover some of that here in just a moment. So I made a little demo beat as always. I've got mixed drums here on the drum bus. I'm not gonna hold y'all. This is kind of more like a first look than a full review because I've only had this for a couple hours. I got a live stream and then the NBA finals comes on tonight. So I just didn't have time to mess with this much more. But anyway, I know you guys didn't care for that. But here's a little demo beat. It's not all the way mixed down as always, but let's go. All right, guys, so that's the little demo beat that I put together here for this demonstration. Let me go ahead and highlight this section. We're going to mute everything but the drums and kind of check out what this mixed drums is doing to our drum bus. So with this setting I have right now, it's giving me a little bit of static and stuff too, which is pretty cool. But we're going to see what it sounds like first. So initially, this is what mixed drum sounds like. Let me go ahead and turn off this 808, but this is what it's going to sound like. I'm also going to play this on some natural drums, but this is what it sounds like right here without the mixed drums on there. Now, if I add the mixed drums on there, I can get it to sound like this. And that's kind of what I used in this beat for the drums was that. So again, so with this, there is a bunch of different presets in here that you can go through. With these drums, we'll just go ahead and go through some of these creative drums real quick. So with this, we can pull this frequency back a little bit. And then we can mess with some of these controls down here. So you see here, we have this shaper, we have this body down here too. So I'll let you hear what it sounds like as you turn some of those controls up. So you can hear how that body control added a lot more thickness there to that drum. And then we have control over the warmth of this too as well. So if we turn this module off, this is what it's going to sound like. All right, so now we have this tape module we can turn on. And you can hear how the drive added a whole bunch more saturation there to that. We could set up the makeup gain here too as well. We have control over tone and then tilt of the EQ. And then we also have different kind of like distortion types that we can go through. So this bit crusher. So you can see how each one of those is giving you a different kind of sound. We can pull this shaper and this body down and mess with this too. Then we also have different effects over here like tape, delay, reverb, all that good stuff. And then you also have control over your EQs here too as well. So let's go ahead and check out a few of these presets. We'll check out some processed drums here. All right, guys, so I pulled up an instance of Moto drum just so we can kind of hear what it sounds like on some more natural drums. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this in one of the patterns they had in Moto drums so you can kind of hear what it sounds like on some more realistic sounding drums. So you see it's bypassed right now. If I push play, I'm going to hit bypass and you'll see when it comes on. And this is just the default setting. So let's go ahead and check out some of these natural drum settings that they have. So as you see there, you can do some pretty dope things with, any kind of drums with this. You can also use this on an 808. They don't advertise it on the 808, but this is what the 808 sounded like originally. Now, once I add mixed drums on there, 808 can sound like. Right, so super aggressive, right? But you've got all these different kinds of wave shapers over here that can change the way it sounds. Yeah, but as you guys can see, you can use this for a whole bunch of things. I do not know what the intro price of this is. It did not come into my email with the plugin. So you're going to have to check that out if this is something that you're interested in. I will leave everything linked below in the description. What do I think of this overall? I do think it's a pretty solid tool. I mean, Arturia always makes good stuff. Arturia ain't going to make something that's bad for the most part. So I think it's a good tool if you don't have something, you know what I'm saying, that you can use for parallel processing your drums. Like if you don't have like a knock or something like that, this will definitely get the job done. It sounds good. You get a lot of controls. You get a lot of different ways that you can affect the drums in your mix bus with the different kinds of distortion, the different ways that you can shape the drums or the 808 or whatever it is. So I think it's solid, but that's what I got for you guys today. So make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button. Hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. I appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some, hit the key.